my name is Melissa and I'm here with Randy Wismer and we're here to talk about a trip that I heard Randy went on. So Randy, where did you go?
I went with the choir to New York City.
Now, why did you guys go to New York City?
We sang at the Lincoln Center, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds really exciting. Why were you guys singing?
All right, so there's this guy, his name is John Conahan. He's the choir director at Wissahickon, and he's also a composer. And he's written a lot of pieces, arranged a lot of pieces. So he's like, hey, I want to show this stuff off. So he had auditions, different choirs around the area, because he wanted it to be like a local thing. Mm-hmm. So he had them send in audition tapes. We auditioned last summer, and we got picked. So it was us, to clarify, Norristown Area High School's select choir. It was Wissahickons choir, Souderton's choir, and Springfield's choir.
Wow, that's a lot of local groups.
Yeah, and we went and we sang all his music.
So how big was this event?
So we performed in the Alice Tully Hall at the Lincoln Center. It doesn't hold that many people, but it was a big deal, mm-hmm. you know? So also there was a lot that went into practice because, so a couple weeks before, we went to Wissahickon after school one day and practiced with them so we could learn the music. And the Springfield Choir was actually one from Delaware. So they would Skype practice.
That seems really cool.
Yeah. So we never practiced all together until the day of, because Souderton didn't get there until the day of the concert. So we got there 5 days before the concert, and then we had practice with them the second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day. But we didn't practice all together with the entire group until the day of the concert. So that's kind of nerve-wracking, right. You know, because like we got there, and it turns out we were pronouncing stuff wrong the whole time, so we had to like relearn stuff. And so Souderton's going to come here with like their choir director, but then it's like, no, you have to listen to Mr. Conahan. But it all went really smooth. It went so well.
It sounds like you guys put a lot of hard work into it.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys are singing and performing. Who was watching you?
So anybody could buy tickets. The occupancy there is like 1,000 people. We sold most of the seats. Mm-hmm. The tickets, so you could get ones in the back for like $20, or front row were like $100. So it was like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I know a couple people from our choir, they had family and friends there, which is nice. My family came, my grandparents and my mom were in the front, and my brother and my dad were all the way in the back.
Mom and Dad. So Norristown as a school, we usually don't go on many trips. So how did this trip impact our select choir?
All right, so you know, the arts aren't very well funded here. Right. We don't get a lot of recognition. The classes aren't very big. Our music programs aren't doing too well. So this got us a lot of recognition. So select choir are relied on for a lot of things that like you wouldn't think of. Like Wednesday, we went to the band show and we performed because they have like this summer concert mm-hmm. thing that they just started, and they needed someone to do the national anthem and patriotic songs and stuff like that. So we're asked to do stuff like that, and so our administrators sometimes ask us to do stuff for them, and we don't get recognition for
right.
it, you know, but this was like a big deal. Like you go to New York City and perform at the Lincoln Center, that's a big deal, and people made a big deal about it. So it really got us recognition that we've worked hard and we deserve, and gave us a name, and it made us like, so we have sometimes an attendance issue because rides are an issue. You know how it is. So, but now we're going to be relied on for a lot more stuff and taken more seriously.
Do you think this event is going to change the students here, like how they're going to like do in the future, like if they want to pursue a choir, like a music career or something like that?
Yeah, I know that that people won't sign up for music programs sometimes because it's like maybe it's not weighted honors, or you don't want to like. They think that they're wasting their time. But we had a lot of people audition for select choir this year after the New York trip, and also this is opening up doors for new opportunities for us because. So next year there's like a principals convention, and Mr. Smith, our principal, really helped us out and basically funded for us to go. And we have a lot of money that we need to pay him back, but he gave us that because he wanted us to go. And so there's a principals convention, and they need performers, and it's in Hershey, so we might get to go to Hershey next year.
Wow.
Perform at that.
So you are a junior this year, right?
Yes.
How important do you think it is for these trips to keep happening for our freshmen and incoming high school students?
Oh, they're so important. So this year, the majority of the choir is seniors, so we need freshmen in choir. So like, we're gonna take a big hit next year. So because we have big trips like this, it makes people want to join so they can go on them too, which is good because we need numbers. And not just numbers, because once you get into choir, if it's like, even if you don't know how to sing, it's about learning how to sing. And one of the big things about singing is blending. So even if you don't sound good, tone it down a little bit, blend with everybody, and nobody can even tell. But really the point is like, it's not just about your singing skills though, because there's so much teamwork, but it's really important for incoming freshmen to do it. And I think that a trip like this is a big motivator for more people to join.
And like bonding everybody in choir, right?
Yes.
So what else did you guys do in New York City?
We did a lot of sightseeing stuff. So I was pretty tired for most of the time, but I know, yeah, it was a long trip. But I know people went to the 9/11 memorial and took the subway and did that. We went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. We went to the Met Opera House. We were right by Juilliard. We went out to eat. We were right off Times Square at the Edison. Like, you turn the corner and there's Times Square. So we were there a lot, did a lot of shopping. A lot of choir stuff, but also a lot of fun stuff too.
So it sounds like you did lots and lots of fun stuff. What was your favorite part about this whole trip?
My favorite part was performing. That day we went to the Metropolitan Museum we went to the Met Opera House, which was really cool. And then going and performing was long because it's a long walk, but it was okay. And performing was it was really surreal because like when you think about it, it's not like a super big place, but it's a big deal and you could feel it, and it went so well. Sometimes you practice really hard and you want the performance to be great, and it really was. But sometimes you practice stuff and you're like, oh, I did better before, but that was the best that we ever did it.
So you guys obviously like performed with different schools and stuff. Do you guys plan on doing stuff with other schools in the future?
I really hope so, because so when you perform with a large group, like maybe when you sing on your own, you're quiet, but when you're with the choir, you're louder because you have the support of other people behind you. So we would go and we weren't sure about things. And then when you sing with a bunch of other people, you can figure it out because you can hear them around you. And it really was like such a whole sound that just Norristown Select Choir can't do by themselves. not to say that like our sound is bad, but it's different.
Right.
So when we do things with everybody else, it's really just like a full sound. And I really hope that we do more stuff with other schools. And I can see that in the future because Mr. Conahan is still writing stuff, and we formed bonds with these other schools.
Is an event like this going to happen next year? Is the teacher at Wissahickon going to have another big thing to perform
No,
at?
he's not. But so most choirs go on trips throughout the year, like big trips. Like New York was like the biggest thing we've ever done, and it was like, it was just another trip for everybody else, you know. And I know that some went on like more than one. So while there's not going to be another John Conahan's music in New York, there are still going to be other big performance opportunities for us.
Is one of them going to be yours one day?
I don't know. That'd be nice.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about your trip? Anything else exciting?
If you're thinking about it, join choir. It's lots of fun. If you work, okay. So select, everybody's like, oh, it's the best of the best, but it's just if you sit in the class and you focus. That's really what it's about. It's about being a team leader, and like the craft comes later, you know? So if you're in choir, you like to sing, and you're a good student, you can be in select and then do all this fun stuff with us.
So learn, work hard, and then build your way up to go into New York City.
Yeah.
So thank you so much,
Thank
Rand.
you, Mel. Thank you.
I learned so much about your trip and choirs.